Hello, everyone. And welcome. Nope. Well, to Esoteric Ebb. It is Wednesday. It's that time of the week. It's that time of the day. It's that time to get on back to the esoteric coast to figure out what exactly is going on. Last time, we broke a snail man out of prison and learned a lot about sort of like metaphysics. Hi. And the histories of yore and things of that nature. We also got a staff, and we got a couple of leads on how to get in to the pillar proper. We also found out that the snails devolved themselves. But yes, was last time the one where we spoke with Mary Attic also, or was that the one before? No, that was the one before. I think we spent most of last time just talking to the snail. Yeah. We are like out of spell slots though, and a little exhausted, and it's getting pretty late in the day. Let's take a look at what we still have cooking. We never found the owner of the tea shop. The pillar of yore towers before you. It whispers to you, unintelligibly. I guess I should go to the top part of the pillar if I want to try to enter it. Yes, you should. Someone went inside this thing, huh? Yes. It appears so. You'll have to be real careful if you want to follow into a gate like this, but you can do it. Sir, can I help you? The executive producer has some notes he wishes to share. I feel like we launched right into this very quickly today, but that's fine. I didn't have a lot of recap to go. We spent a lot of time talking to a snail. I want to see if we can get towards the end of this. There's too many interesting NPCs to talk to. There's no way that we can do everything. Yeah. I guess that's the fun of the replay value. Oh, are you helping? Yep. All right, buddy. It's pizza time. Pizza time for you from Andy Danny. Your number one enabler. Yeah. They're not even. Come on. Did you knock it under the Steam Deck? This fucking guy. He knocked the treat off of the thing, but then underneath the Steam Deck that we had sitting on the floor, and couldn't get to it, but didn't want to go to the other treats. Just wanted that one. All right. Let's travel to the city below. There he is. Oop. Oh, yeah, Atir was only accompanying us down there. Oh, yes. Yes, dude. Is this the one that I freed up? Let's chat with Moongore first real quick. We can do some wrap-up convos. Have we beheld her yet today? No, and we won't. You helmed mankind. I found the man in yellow, the one who charmed you. You did? The bugbear lifts her chin and looks down on you. Is he in the city below still? No. I found him captured by a troll. Oh, that is good. He deserves pain. Well, speaking of which, I punched him in the face. You did? She clears her throat, but it sounds more like a surprised growl. You did? I did. I avenged your honor. This imposingly fluffy monster looks you up and down with a smirk. I must have misjudged you, human. Maybe you are a real man after all. Yes! Careful now. Real smooth. Invite her to fight thugs in housing. That should work. Meek is happy for master. Meek did not know human need prove humanness. Very good, hairy woman. Trust master now. Quiet. I'm trying to score here. Come with me. We can go fight thugs in housing or something. No. No! But... She gives you a nod and a grin. A sparring match. In the garden. After the election, of course. I'm on guard duty until then. A physical meeting with this handsome woman? This is a massive win for you and your manhood. I'll take it. Good. We'll set a time later then. Now, is there anything else you need, puny human male? Score a date with Moongore was an achievement I just got underneath this. I defeated a troll. A troll? The hairy woman gives you a wicked smile. I'd say you were lying, but I don't think you're up for that. This will surely help. He did actually kill a troll. Technically speaking, it was just... Silence! She interrupts him. She nods in your direction. Well done, human. I find your skills highly arousing. Stay quiet and just smirk like a madman within your helm. Thank you. I made them myself. The bugbear scoffs and clenches her morning star. Now, what else do you with to speak of? I will not indulge your ego any more than this, I assure you. Oh, man. Yep. Halfway there, boy. Glory be as glory found. The greatest man will not be bound to foreign lands and foreign shores, and loving heart will open doors. I defeated a roper in the South Caves. A roper? That is a ferocious beast. They do not come up this far very often. Well done, human. Keep killing things and being manly. She likes it. Nod your head and leave. Ah! All right, now we gotta talk to a snail. It looks at you with stalky eyes. You stand in the root's chamber. Lord Reckham has moved here with his family. Several smaller hail snails cluster around the massive patriarch. The air is cold. frigid even. As you approach, the great snail's eye stalks focus on you. A clicking sound, both faint and loud at once. The clicking transforms into words as your spell takes hold. Little friend, you freed us. Lord Reckham's voice is slow, deliberate. You're welcome, Lord Reckham. Grateful we are. My children, they thank you. The smaller snails click in unison. How are you feeling? Warm. Warmer. The cold sleep fades. Soon we move again. Will you stay here? For now, yes. This place, it is good. Moisture, darkness, peace. We will stay. Do you need anything? No, little friend. You have given enough. We are content. That's all I wanted to say. Little guy deserves reward. The giant snail slowly unveils something shiny from its mouth. Treasure of family. You get your hands on a slimy gemstone. We are eternally grateful. Snell glares at the giant gem. Then he gives you a thumbs up. Thank you, Lord Rackham. The words fade back into clicking. Slow, rhythmic. They seem comfortable here. Yeah, the roots has good moisture levels, and it's cold enough for them without being too cold for us. Lady Sageleaf is less than thrilled, but she's allowing it for now. Count the smaller snails. You count them carefully. 5? No. 6 smaller hail snails. Have a good one, Lord Rackham. Speaking of Lady Sageleaf, Moongore's sparring partner. Okay. Yeah, I want to talk to Sageleaf. I need to give a report to Lady Sageleaf. Plus, we're like right here anyway. Wait. Sageleaf is through this door. Up is Viskin, who I also want to talk to. But not yet. Oh, apparently we never beheld her, I guess. I think we tried and Nat 1'd it. Goblin Forest, level 18, Chieftain. Something is very wrong. Her eyes are striking your soul. Hold on to that feeling, or you will be consumed. What are we doing? Hey. Cleric! The lady leans back in her throne.
You've returned.
I'm here to report some things.
Yes? What is it?
You're never going to guess who Frank, son of Frank, turned out to be. She raises an eyebrow.
Speak.
He was Mariotic Moonwatch. Snell shakes his head. Out of all people.
Huh. What a bastard. To be a key witness and then just leave. Typical silver spoon free strider. Did he have anything good to say?
Yeah, he saw a smoking invisible guy right after the explosion down in the crossing.
He did?
She claws at her throne.
That's it. That's our suspect.
He also said the smoking guy walked into the Pillar of Yore.
He what?
She groans.
That damn free strider. He's probably high. High in his own damn fumes or something.
My lady, it might be very, very true. I believe the culprit escaped through a crack in the gate. She squints and sits silent for a few seconds. A gate of yore.
This is an insane claim, cleric.
She gives a hard stare at Snell.
If this is true, then it must be investigated. Speak with Viskin, if you have not, and be vigilant. This is highly esoterical.
Good thing we got a cleric on our side. I'll look into it and bring justice to whoever is responsible. The lady takes a deep breath.
I will think about this, and good luck.
That's all for now.
Fine, keep at it.
All right. Now we go talk to Viskin. I heard a rat. Is there a rat in here? Is there secretly a rat? It's a corpse under a blanket. Yes, he says with a smile, putting away some of the documents before him. I thought it might be rat number 5, but I couldn't see anything that I could interact with. I've spoken with your helpers, Viskin. How interesting. What have you figured out here, cleric? You tell me. The pale man observes your words with the same coldness as always. I could. Probably. I could ask them who they're voting in the election. The pale man observes your words with the same coldness as always. Cleric. He puts down his pen. Get ready. I believe it is time to have a chat. But not now. I am busy. Return here post-midnight. Alone. Alone? He turns to stare at Snell. Your goblin companion shifts in his fancy jacket. The cleric and I need to have a private chat. I hope that is okay with you and your lady. Snell takes a step back and nods. Get him back in one piece and she won't complain. Good. Okay, see you then. Prepare for a fight. All will be revealed, I promise. He returns to his documents. I need help entering the Gate of Yore. I'm sure you do. Just stare at him and breathe loudly. He coughs once. Why not? He says it with such gusto. Give him a thumbs up. The pale man slowly lifts his hand and returns the gesture. This is no major secret. However, the method is quite difficult. To enter the pillar of yore, through the crack left in the gate, you will need astral projection. The 9th level spell? Indeed. Wouldn't that just project your spirit? Normally, yes. However, entering a gate of yore with said spirit causes your physical being to follow. This is documented by the Tulin, the snail folk who laid the groundwork for this type of research. I can't cast 9th level spells. Undoubtedly. Can you cast the spell? Without a spell scroll, I cannot. No. Embarrassing. Do you know someone who does? No. Then, what do? A spell scroll, cleric. A spell scroll of astral projection. An extremely powerful item, no doubt. However, it would not be so strange for one to be found in the halls beneath us. Of course, despite your natural acumen for string manipulation, you do not possess the ability to cast 9th level spell scrolls reliably. If you acquire one, bring the scroll to me. I will cast it for you. Oh, wait, I think I already have one of those. Excuse me? I've got one. Here. Hand him the spell scroll you got from Isk. Exactly, Pegasus Bat Spider, he sure did. He grabs the scroll with deliberate movements and reverence. Wonderful. You are full of surprises, cleric. The pale man opens it, taking a few glances over the ancient text. A scroll of Tulin cattle. This will do fine. He puts it away and gives you a slight smile. There is an illusory wall in here, over by my book collection, he says and gestures towards the shelves on the western wall. Of course, you already know that, but I hope its contents have proved and will continue to prove useful. Ah, the magical wall. Yeah, I saw that before. Yes. Enjoy. When you are ready, call for me at the pillar. I will cast it on you and any party members you wish to bring into the darkness. Thank you very much for the help. You are welcome. He returns to his work. Could you... I don't think I want to tell him that I have a scroll of wish. Not yet. But I will tell him about Meek, a new friend. I found a mimic in the city below. A mimic, he repeats. Oh! The creature peeks out of his folds. Scary thing! Master beware around this one. How very, very quaint. You pick up familiars at an alarming rate, cleric. I am certain you will handle this monstrosity well. Empties out bag, scroll of wish, dagger of the Islamic god, 50,000 gold, heart of the creator of the... scroll of astral projection. Got it! Sorry, did you say scroll of wish? No? I hope you're not implying that I am also a familiar. The pale man does not respond to the goblin's comment. Thank you, bye. I don't remember. He doesn't talk to familiars. Okay. I gotta kill some time till midnight. But I can probably let Snell go home. Let's get on with it. It's getting late, so let's split up for the night. Why are you scared of mushrooms? I'm not. Oh. Okay. Don't push it. Yeah. Great. Only 2 days until the election. Yeah, we got today and tomorrow to finish this up. So what should we focus on today? Good question. We have a few clues, if you ask me. The local Asgals did hang out at the tea shop quite a lot. They could very well know something about our unfortunate elf. Maybe we should try to make contact. I know they got some members living out in the halls. I would love to visit some Asgals. I'm sure you would. They're not too bad, usually. Getting late. Let's split up for the night. I don't think so. Just for now, I've got stuff to handle solo. Uh-huh, and I'll do what? Go stand around at the garden until you come pick me up? I guess you can come if you want. Good, let's go. Okay, well, I assumed you'd want to sleep. So it's 10:20. I gotta kill like 4 hours. Probably do something at the inn. Or the drunk sphinx. Sleeping for service, come back after midnight. Snell doesn't trust you to be alone by yourself at night. Which is fair. Oh, hang on. Crime. Sorry, the executive producer got somewhere he very much is not supposed to go. And I had to manage that. God, I hope we can fall into an all-night party pocket. White-collar crimes. Tax evasion. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of 22. The elf looks you up and down as you approach. Human? I have more questions about druidic magic. What do you want to know, human? Actually, nothing. That's it. I know everything that I want to know. You have nothing new to say. Also, Myth, welcome in. Oh, these are the little fascists. Rolo and his goons. You have anything to say? Cleric! Lovely to see you again. Anything I can help you with? Some of these feel a little out of date. Hand her an AEFA. The free starters want you to sign this. She looks over the document. Oh, thank you, but I've already got one. It's right in my office. Old Rix here's got some sources of her own, you see. But this is a great reminder. I'll be sure to sign it soon. So you're happy about the accord? Oh, for sure. She smirks. The Free Striders are very good business partners, you know. The economic support they offer is unprecedented, and that's without mentioning their general view on the trade making the entire market perfect for economic growth. Now I'll finally be able to deal in futures again. You know, without having to deal with all those pesky and, quite frankly, tyrannical oversights. Time to make some money. And you, what else can I help you with? I'm looking for a hag. Her smile widens. Most folk steer clear of such creatures. But you just wade into danger, don't you, cleric? Yes, danger is no danger for me. Very cool. The awkwardness. You feel your bones shivering. Just stare at her. She fidgets and looks around. It takes her approximately 3.5 seconds for her to confess. Okay, fine, I might know something. But I also might not, you know? What the fuck does that mean? What if I bribe you? Toss 10 crowns... Toss 100 crowns into the tipping jar. Holy hells! Oh my god, we did it. Convince her to tell you about the hag. Yep. We're talking about an emotional bond here. A deep bond. With who? She's protecting a friend. But she's also kind of tired of it. She won't sacrifice too much for it. So just go ahead and convince her that you'll help. That you'll clean up all this mess. Hey, fiend lady. Call me Rix. Rix, I'm here to help. Your friend is in... I think the bribe gave me a bonus of some kind. The DC, it was a +5, because the DC was 22, and then it dropped to 17. And Snell gave me advantage. Rix, I'm here to help. Your friend is in big, big trouble. That's not good. How do I find her, Rix? She looks up and down, behind the counter, biting her lower lip. Stay silent. This is a big decision. I promised her, but... damn it. I'm delivering food to her, all right? Head down the well in the back. If you speak the word slow as a snail before jumping in, it'll cast Featherfall on you. Thank you, Rix. No, I can say thank you after you fix this damn mess. She's not the type to hold up like that. And, don't tell her I let you in the secret cave, all right? She winks. You hear anything about masked assassins running around Tolstad? No? Sounds like a cult. They're trying to kill me. Oh, that's not good. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The city is strong and eternal, right? Damn straight. Hell yeah. Could it really be a cult? Wouldn't be the first. Nor the last, probably. We had that death cult a couple of years ago that ran amok. What was it called? Blorg? Something? Blorg? Really? They were horrifying, I promise. Then there's the elemental cultists popping up every now and then, but most of them are pretty tame, or at least they stay deep enough underground not to bother the citizens too much. He laughs. And who do you think keeps them there? Oh, I know it's you. You give them one angry stare like that, and they're running back to their burrows, eh? The goblin mutters something under his breath. Tell me everything you know about these cult assassins. Of course. So, she leans forward over the counter and stares at you. Your companion looks at her, then back to you. The fiend keeps staring. Wait. She gives you a serious expression and nods. She's making a joke. So you don't know anything then? She claps her hands together. Okay, cleric, that's all I know. Thanks for asking, though. Great. Now about something else. You read the Asgel chant? Nah, not my scene. But since the tea shop went poof, I've got a lot more patrons I've got a lot more patrons bringing it in here. I wonder why. Very strange. She winks. Why? She sighs and rolls her eyes. Duh, Asgels love that tea shop. Now they're slowly trickling in here. Is the Asgel chant a big newspaper? Oh gods, no. It's just a very popular copper paper. Where is it printed? No clue. Here it's somewhere on Tolstad, though. In some dark corner, probably by a group of angry dwarves, I imagine. Who writes the articles? She shrugs. A group of angry dwarves? Look, there's a reason why nobody knows anything about the damn thing. It's illegal. Whoever's printing it doesn't have a license, so the city keeps trying to bust them. It's sort of funny when you think about it. What do people think about it? That it's ridiculous. You've got the third largest political paper in the city, and it's printed in the shadows. Nobody knows who the chanter is, and every article is just signed off as written by a concerned citizen. It's very dramatic, but other than that, people either hate it or love it, depending entirely on their politics. Is it a magical newspaper? No, it's just a very cheap one, printed and distributed in mysterious ways. So, just illegal, then? Oh, very illegal. And they've run it for like 2 years, I think. Crazy long time. Will be one hell of a story if they get caught. Once they get caught. If. Is this paper political? Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Indeed. In fact, it's the only newspaper in existence that's ever managed to be completely apolitical in every way, shape, and form. Truly? Okay, no, I'm joking, obviously. The Asgel chant is clearly a highly politicized paper. It's literally filled to the brim with Asgel propaganda. That's all for now about the paper. All right. That's all for now. I always wondered about this well and thought about jumping into it. You approach the old well. It's dry and very, very deep. You can survive the fall. Do it. My guts never steered me wrong before. Excuse you? You're doing what exactly? I'm jumping. Down the well. You say that as if that is somehow a good idea? Just jump. Snell grabs you. No! That's a bad cleric. He wrestles you back away from the deep, deep hole. But Snell, I wanted to jump down. Not on my watch. If you want to die from rapid fucking dungeon dissension, do it on your own time, asshole. You'll have to come back here without Snell if you wish to reach the below. You know you can do it. Let's just do it with the code. Slow as a snail. A tingling sensation grows over your body. The well appears so very ready to be jumped into.
Right, so even with slow fall on you, this is still dangerous. So be careful already. Alright?
I know. Just jump. You take a step up to the edge.
That is way too dungeon.
Scoop, welcome in. Hello.
Meek is little homesick. This is nice.
You sure about this? Of course, Snell. I can feel the magic of the well. Right. Magic well. Esoteric fall. Fuck me. Just jump. Damn it! The goblin joins you in your leap. Then, you drop into the darkness. For several seconds, you feel nothing but soaring air through your uniform and helm. As the extreme tingling sensation fills your senses, the sense of falling. And then another sensation fills your gut. An esoteric sense. As your fall is gently and carefully retarded until it becomes nothing but a faint descent. You can see the whole survey from here. Okay, sure.
This is an awfully ominous hallway.
Another shard. Are you? Yes! There he is! The gang's all here. A yellow, almost golden rat. It approaches you with great interest and happily allows you to carry it around, though you have a sneaking suspicion that you should keep it away from your crowns. All right. We gotta take these guys all back to, what the fuck? A dead fighter, clearly drowned. Only bits are sticking up. We gotta take these back to our slog dog. She's got a Baba Yaga house! Lisa's freelance Haggery and divisions. Yo, freelance Haggery? A skull. Look goblinish. You kneel down to examine the skeletal remains. Goblin. Very old. You finish casting the spell and the skull begins to rattle. The jaw twitches, opens, closes. It is ready. Can you speak Diminorian? A pause and then the skull tilts slightly. I speak the tongue of the Slayer. What is your name? Tagos Galen. In your tongue, Shadow's son. That's 2. 3 more questions. What were you doing down here? Escaping. The city above. The temples. The destruction. They took our names, our tongue, our gods. I refuse to go to their schools. I will flee into the Undercoast path. 3 asked. 2 more. Do you know the way to the Undercoast path? An cousin.
Yes, I knew the way. Past the Hall of Fire, the trapped corridor. There is a hidden door in the wall beyond. Press the third stone from the floor on the left side. It opens to the deep paths. The Undercoast Path. A network of tunnels beneath the coast, largely unmapped. One question remaining.
What happened to your people? The skull is still. Very still.
And Tarmor. The great slaughter. Your histories do not speak of it, but we remember. We always remember.
The skull's jaw stiffens. The false life fades. Snell stands beside you with a dark expression.
Yeah, that's about what I imagined.
Does it bother you?
Maybe. Hard not to. But it's not important right now.
Leave. Shadowy, foul arms. Strange magic.
Claws, dressed in shadows.
You find yourself standing between the legs of this strange wooden hut. They move, long, razor-sharp claws tapping the stone, their surface nothing but darkness of some foul spell. Hey there, Claw! It does not respond. Pet it. You give the right leg a few pats, and it doesn't seem to react in any meaningful way. You can't talk, I assume. No reply. Anything I can do for you? Doesn't seem so. Nudge Snell. You think we should do something with this? The goblin looks at you, and then to the esoteric shadow.
No. I would prefer not to be pierced by that thing.
Doesn't have to be violent.
But somehow, in some indescribable way, I have a feeling that it will.
Guess I'll go.
Lisa, youngish hag. Oh, I don't know anything. Okay.
Tiny skulls without mouths. What the fuck? A jittering and very tiny goblin is dancing in the cage. What the fuck? That potion actually looks drinkable, like consumer grade. The scent of something acidic hits you when the girl tosses a cut of red fruit into the cauldron.
You have not seen those fruits before. They must be some kind of undercoast delicacy.
Massive and juicy.
Hey, reach me the thistle, would you?
She points towards a bowl on your left, up on the shelf. It has purple flowers in it. Hand her the bowl.
Thanks. I'm Lisa, by the way,
She says while dumping the flowers into the stew.
freelance hag and service diviner. I'd normally ask if you wish for a glimpse into the unknown future and fortune of thyself.
I wouldn't be against a quick divining or two. I have some questions for you about the tea shop.
Yeah, figured. You're the one who stumbled into my very much... You're the one who stumbled into my very much secret little hiding hole here.
The goblin leans in, hissing out.
It's a hag, cleric. Careful. Just let me finish up the brew. Been working on this for hours.
The hag keeps stirring her giant wooden spoon in the cauldron's goop. She seems fun. I'm not fully sure why we're here, but...
Though I've got to ask, how do you get down here anyhow?
Rick Spider gave me the password.
Huh. I'll have a talk with her about that later. But I'm sure she did it for a good reason.
I had to convince her. She didn't do it for nothing.
I believe you. Rix is very formidable, But I don't assume her to be anything but a ruthless capitalist at the end of the day.
She scoffs and nods her head towards the goblin.
Your friend there? Halfways?
Yup. Bet you can guess why we're here.
I can indeed.
She lets out a cackling laugh. She turns back to you.
But you're some type of cleric, right?
No, I'm not a cleric. That's incorrect. Your companion groans.
You're not?
Me barbarian. Me fight and eat unprocessed meats.
Hmm.
The hagling gives you an esoteric look for approximately 7 seconds.
From what I can see, you're clearly a stringly attuned individual. That's interesting enough for me.
The tea shop. What do you know? She stops stirring. Taking a deep breath, she then glares at you.
First of all, I am not responsible. I don't even have the power to cast a spell of that caliber, not even close.
Fine, but you do realize how suspicious this is. She shrugs and gazes into the slits of your helmet.
I don't care. I didn't do anything.
We need to talk about the elf. She freezes. Her eyes are stuck on the cauldron. She does not lift her gaze. After a few seconds, she opens her mouth.
So,
She's dead, Lisa. She doesn't say anything. Snell gives you a solemn look before mustering up the courage to say something in the silence. She didn't suffer. How did you know the elf?
Pina knows everyone.
She quickly closes her mouth, a flood of emotions.
She knew everyone. She was a conduit. Between party lines, the Asgals liked her, the Freestriders had deals with her. The city, she was a part of the outreach, an Ilium ambassador. So basically, she had word with the government as well.
And what about you?
I knew her like most. Met her at a gig. I was guarding the daughter of a magistrate, some blonde brat. Now, Pina, she could talk to anyone, and she did. So I was no exception. She was a great friend, a good friend, just a good person in general, at least at first.
At first?
She became an information broker, essentially, meaning she sold out friends left and right, including me. The Asgals released an entire series of articles about hag recruitment and illicit esoteric crimes and reads. Some of it bullshit, some of it very, very true. That almost ruined my career, mainly because I was quoted in the articles directly. Anonymously, but that doesn't mean much when the Freestriders know everything happening behind the scenes. She bled me, like a hanging out to get dried, royally.
That must have been difficult.
It was. It sucked. She made a lot of enemies that way, Pina did.
Including you. The hag gives you a wicked eyeing.
Yes. I was going to chew her out in that tea shop, at that meeting. Which is why I accepted the gig to begin with. But
She goes quiet.
I was hoping she got away.
What's done is done.
Yeah,
Lisa glances at a pouch on the table.
I read the bones that night before. It spoke of dread and doom for those around me. Another reason why I'm secluding myself for now.
Tell me what you know, Lisa. She nods.
It's not much, I promise.
The goblin gives her a tired groan. Talk.
I do a lot of different jobs for the Freestriders. This one wasn't special. At noon, the Tolstad tea shop. I don't remember its name. Nobody uses the name. I was supposed to be there to barter for an artifact with one of the city contacts.
You had the meeting scheduled right when the explosion happened.
Yes. I was supposed to be there. But look, I know how suspicious this sounds, but you have to believe me.
Were you warned beforehand?
No, I wasn't.
Did you escape the blast?
Not exactly.
Did you plan it?
No.
Let me guess, you're fireproof.
What? No.
Why weren't you there?
I was late.
She grimaces. You're right, that's a bad excuse.
I had been working all morning on settling down Dancer so we could move. The idea was to head over to Ostergard until the election was over. The Free Striders had some work for me there.
Ostrogard, one of the 3 unofficial districts in Norvik. Basically anything on the inland side of the river that's not part of the North Wall. A mostly domestic district filled with both cheap, tightly stacked housing and a handful of mansions and towers.
But I overslept. And then I overestimated how long it'd take to pack up. Dancer can be a bit grumpy when I'm reducing him. And then I forgot to check my watch, and I was running late. I was right at the crossing when I heard the fireball and felt the rumble. And it was a fireball, I'm certain. That sound, I could identify it from miles away.
The goblin grumbles.
It happens, but that's damn convenient. Yes, I know.
Why'd you hide, then? She stares at you in silence. The girl folds her arms and then averts her gaze.
I know what I am. Either someone was out to get me, the goods, or...
She clenches her jaw.
Or there'd be a chance I'd get blamed for it. Hags aren't exactly the most popular in these parts. Any parts, really. So I went to Rick's. I got a key to the Sphinx, so I slipped down the well. Set up, Dancer, and figured I'd just hang out here for a while until it all blew over. Not the first time I've gone into hiding, mind you.
You do realize how...
Yes, it's suspicious as all hells. I'm a clear suspect, but I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
This is no hag. It is but a young girl caught in trouble.
I was supposed to die then and there, but for some reason I didn't.
Have you looked into why?
Of course!
The hag sighs dramatically over her brew.
The strings show nothing. Nothing but visions of smoke and iron in that tea shop. The one thing they do show me is that you will believe me.
I will.
Yes, because you know I didn't have any God's be damned reason to blow up that tea shop, and whoever did is still out there. You can take it or leave it. Now that you've found me, I'm not going anywhere, I assure you, so...
Smoke and iron.
Smoke and iron. Tells me nothing. Clearly tells you nothing as well. Gods, what a mess you made, Pinya.
I will investigate further and we'll see how it looks. The hagling lets out a groan, the type that makes her appear more like an annoyed teenager than an ancient, wise fey being.
Just ask whatever you must. I will tell you everything I know. But I did not blow up the tea shop.
Do you think we should, take her to a stockade or something? Whisper to Snell. He shrugs and whispers back.
I don't know. Do you think you could even take a hag?
I don't know. Do you think I could?
Somehow I doubt it. But if you do try, I'm not going to help. Just so you know.
Coward.
You think she did it?
Honestly, no. She doesn't seem like an assassin to me. If it was an accident, she would give herself a better alibi. I mean, she's a hag, for God's sake. She could probably conjure something up, right?
Fine. We'll get as much info as we can and then leave.
Sounds good.
I've got some other questions now, but you better stick around Tolstad for now, just in case.
Yeah, I will.
She looks off to the side.
I will.
You do kind of believe her. But, what can you do? She's obviously not someone you have the ability to bring in anyhow, and she's cooperating. For now, you should probably bark up some other proverbial trees. Can you read my fortune?
Of course. But it's not my main source of income. Some on-demand divining helps fill the coffers quite nicely.
How much for the divination?
Normally, the component cost of a divination is 100 crowns, so I charge upward of 300.
Not too bad. I've seen witches charge upwards of 1,000.
Material component costs for spells are fixed to a certain point. That means most currencies that contain a certain amount of precious metals can be used directly for component costs and are not affected by inflation or deflation.
I could afford that. She chuckles and empties a pouch of coins on a nearby table.
Don't worry. It's on the house. Truly kind of her. A good lady. You could get one too, little buddy, if you please,
she says and winks at Snell. No thanks, I'm good. But I can't wait to see what the cleric's fortune is.
I kind of want to see it as well. A hag giving away fortunes for free? What have you gotten yourself into?
That's very kind of you. The hag begins humming a shrill note. It causes you to cease. Your muscles, they freeze. Stirring. Burning.
Men seek pleasure, fools seek gold, vain dreams in mortal flesh are told.
Her words enter your ears smoothly.
Yet 'tis the old world's stars with secrets deep that weave the fates while spirits sleep.
She slams the table and the coins fly into the air. As they do, they begin to float, slowly breaking apart into tiny chunks.
The cost has been paid. What lies ahead, what paths unfold? For those who seek the power of old? By claw and fang, by stone and fire, grant me the sight of his desire.
On her last word, the broken, floating coins evaporate before the hag. She lets out a high-pitched cackle. What a show.
I've always loved that part. Anyway, you know how this works?
No clue.
Don't worry, it's pretty self-explanatory.
She tosses out a glittering powder into the air. It illuminates several strings.
Actual strings. Looks. Little darting sparkles. Think of a single question you want to ask, and I'll see what Destiny has to say about it. But first, I'll just take a look at your... Strange.
The hag frowns. What?
Most people do not have so many strings. Strings of yore. Usually, I'd be able to read the outcome of one or two choices made within the next week or so of the average chap. But you have... Oh, gods. You have thousands of strings, each connected to your body like tendrils of... Like a lot of tendrils.
Is that bad? Am I dying?
No, it's more like... I haven't read a cleric in a long time, but this is clearly...
She stares wide-eyed at the strings before her in the air.
This is a divine connection. You're blessed, buddy.
Nice! Thanks, Earth! Do a salute.
Have you experienced any esoteric events in the city lately?
A ton.
This might be why.
The hagling scoffs.
Not sure how good of an answer I'll be able to decipher when your destiny's all tangled and frizzy like this, but I will try. Have your question be something specific, like the outcome of a goal or event or activity. The closer in time, the better the answer. So, what do you want to ask Destiny, buddy?
But first, it's time for an ad break. 3 minutes, and then we get to see a peek into our future. A brief glimpse. Grab a drink, use the restroom, do whatever you got to do, and we'll get back to this in 3 minutes. See you soon. Thank you all for bearing with my terrible accent. Annie Danny, I was thinking asking who will win the election. Fucking Ragan just, he's an unintentional anime protagonist. I want to see Ragan running late to cleric school with a slice of toast in his helmet. Ragan-kun. God, I can't get over Annie Danny pointing out that it's just fucking Ron. His name is Ron. The absolute Ronald of it all. I hope you are all having a lovely Wednesday afternoon. I hope things are going well and that it's chill. I'm sleepy. Fun enough? Hey, whatever works. EP. Quiet day. All right, we're back. Okay. If my destiny's messy, does that mean I'm in trouble?
It does sound like trouble, but it's probably nothing.
Destiny is in the hands of the men who wield it. Wield destiny. You know how.
Does this have to do with me falling into the river?
Maybe?
What should I ask, Snell?
Maybe ask about why your destiny's all screwed up. But I don't know, I'm not the magic man here.
My question is, oh no, who should I pursue romantically? Do we want to know why my destiny is so messy, or do we want to know who to pursue romantically? Pursue romantically seems like the funnier choice. Matter keg, I only needed one person to push me in a direction. We're taking it. Who should I pursue romantically? Oh, gods. Lisa closes her eyes and touches the strings in the air. They fade away as she does. She opens her mouth and yells, "Listen to your heart, not your cock! Listen to your heart, not your cock!" The goblin keels over in laughter. Holy hells! The wisdom of your manhood comes from the feminine. She continues to yell, "Listen to your heart, not your cock! The romance of the era can be reached. Then your cock will be happy." He wipes tears from his cheeks and stands up as Lisa finishes the performance. That was great. Just wonderful. I apologize for the obscenity, but that is your fortune. Great. Got it. I didn't understand any of that. Understandable. As to the chaos of your strings, I will do some research. Really, it might simply be your biology. Some individuals are cursed with all kinds of esoteric might and psych-degeneracy. Who knows? You might just be a sorcerer yourself. Not too unlike us hags. She cackles wildly whilst making some notes in a little handbook. You are no lowly sorcerer. So you're a hag, right? Sure am. But you don't look like a hag. Is that a compliment I hear? Hag says my dick's blurred. Or are you implying something? Sorry, I've just never met a hag before. That's good. Be on your tippy toes. I'm dangerous, you know. And she mutters to herself, I suppose there's a general obsession among mortals to value youth, since death is so oppressively looming on the horizon. Hold on. Are you immortal? Functionally, sure. MHR was a dirty business. Her voice suddenly sounds much older. But now I'm free! A freelancer! A free strider! She cackles. I'll live for a few centuries further, surely. The esoteric and wild, primal powers keeping hags together is not as well understood as liches or vampires or elves. Maybe I'll see 3 eras in my time if I'm unlucky. Where do hags even come from? She grins. The grime and gruel, the moss and stone. We spawn out of the evil of man. The hag then drops her grin and looks away. No, it's actually worse. She waves her hand. Sir? We eat children. In a metaphorical sense? No, quite literal. So, what? It's not just a horror story to scare kids? Nope. All true. Hags reproduce by eating children of mortal folk and through bloody rituals spawn a daughter.
Believe me, the hag is one of the most horrific creatures to ever walk upon the earth.
You speak as if you're not one of them.
I'm getting to that. Their covens held great power in various dark corners of the coast. That is, until most of them united under the Great Grandmother.
Pizza time.
Oh, pizza time from Myth. All right, buddy, you're rewarded for your fucking chaos. These are from Myth. Come on. You know the deal. A strange little man. A curious boy.
Their covens held great power in various corners of the coast. That is, until most of them united under the Great Grandmother. They did so to fight against the magicrats. They lost, as did all who stood up to them during their height. MHR, that's mass hag recruitment, was employed by many magicrats in the aftermath as a way to exploit the primal power of the hags. They subjugated grandmothers' would-be fed children en masse. Enchanted children.
Oh, gods, what kind of enchantment?
No one knows. The various magicrats kept that a closely guarded secret, one that has not been revealed to me yet, at least. You see, these children would go through the usual ritual, but when they were reborn, they would hold only a fraction of the power of a regular hag. They were called haglings. They were unstable, used as esoteric bombs in war. Fodder for the meat grinder.
Ugh.
However, 1 in 20 would produce someone like me. A hag, but not. Someone who could be loyal, trained. You may call us half-hags or young hags. But since the classic hag is so rare these days, we're the only ones who remain in public. Most simply call us hags.
Maybe a youngish hag. She points a sharp finger in your general direction.
Don't get me started.
So hags are evil.
Yes,
She gives you a bright smile.
I am practically an evil bitch of a hag. Naturally, too. Selfish, petty, vengeful. A creature of spite and contempt, corrupting all that's good.
You don't seem that bad.
I'm good at containing myself, yes.
What's the difference between a hag and a witch?
A witch is a woman whom insecure men do not wish to call a wizard.
Oh, yes. Typical men. I hate men. They're the worst. Sweat. Sound a bit salty about that. Personal issue?
Salty? Are you seriously trying to you mad brother me? You mad brother? A classic line from the play staged 10 Tired Tieflings, sometimes quoted in reference to someone trying to goad another into anger.
No. I am being serious.
Then I am as shocked as I am appalled at your stupidity.
She laughs, a deep, groaning laughter like she's shrieking in a deep cavern. Bridge, welcome. Then she stops, abruptly.
You are a little man, full of pain and anguish. If you retain such contempt, perhaps one day you'll grow into becoming the exact opposite of a hag, in male form. And that will be a day for you to rue, little man.
It stings.
Such harsh words from such an evil creature.
You deserve it.
I have some other stuff I want to talk about.
I'm sure you do.
Tell me about this divination magic of yours.
Divination is not your strong suit. However, there is a logic at hand here, one only you could untangle. The divination school of magic is the esoteric art of reading your strings, either to make deductions about the present or assumptions about the future.
I know that.
Well, I don't know. I'm not an expert in the average cleric's know-how in arcane spellcasting.
Oh, sound was on the wrong channel. I do that all the fucking time. Her gaze lowers down, her bright eyes widening as she stares into the soup goop.
Legend says yours realm is a bit special, though.
What do you mean?
Fate.
Do deductions. She picks up the giant spoon to stir the pot.
From anticipalian knowledge to extraplanar excursion, it is clear that you're made our world a bit different. If you believe those legends, then magic is supposed to be channeled through webs, interconnected ley lines spun into the fabric of each material plane. Here, our ley lines are more like little bumps, nodes, not so connected as much as they, well, bump into each other.
Strings that through time.
That's one way to put it, yes, if you want to get all metaphysical about it. The practical outcome of this is, if you trust the account of arcanists who apparently went on excursions to other worlds, quite simply that, well, divination is powerful and difficult. Some would argue the most difficult to learn. I'm not just tooting my own horn there, it's really tricky.
They said the same thing at the towers, yeah.
Good. Wouldn't want them spreading misinformation.
The hagling tosses some tiny bones out over the cauldron. They fall, and then don't. You see them floating in place above the surface of the sludge. She cackles.
Perhaps you would like to attempt it yourself.
Yes, let's do this.
Good. A cleric would naturally find this fairly easy. I could also offer a bit of a bargain if you're interested. I'm in need of some resources, and I imagine you might be able to get your hands on some.
That sounds like a quest. Yes!
Not exactly an epic quest. You could call it a minor quest, perhaps. I need 5 apples, 3 swamp extract, 2 cardamom treats, and a mall pie. Pronto.
That's a shopping list.
More or less, yes. Although, skip the apples and swamp extract. And the cardamom treats, no need for that. It was just a craving. Just give me a mall pie, if you can. But of course, if not, you can still try reading the bones on your own. I'd love to see if you can do
it. You were a little sexist. Just a bit. Attempt to read the bones. Nope.
You lean in and stare at them. They have landed in a very specific order and shape, and you have no idea what it means.
Can't I just, feel the magic and just figure it out?
More or less. But you're not feeling it right now.
So what? I should just make something up?
That would be for the best, you suppose.
Look at the hag and nod. I think it says we're getting bad weather.
I suppose at some point we will. Perhaps it's not your time.
Okay, I just need to get a 19 or a 20. We got it.
It must have something to do with the esoteric nature of the bones. A dead animal? Necromancy? No. It's divination. Of course there's no necromancy involved. That would be ridiculous. No, this has to do with the strings. But to see them, you must concentrate.
How?
Logically, it would be the same way as any other esoteric event you have examined. Simply focus.
Yeah, but how?
Just do it.
Do what?
Stop thinking.
That's rich coming from you.
Fine, you will have to do this later then. Having troubles, little man?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get there eventually.
She cackles. Where do I get a maw pie?
Oh, they're quite rare in Norvik. Only a few specific bakers know how to make them. And of course, Rick's always has a few in stock.
So I need to go get one from Rick's.
Yes, please, thanks.
Maybe later.
Sure.
She swipes up the bones and returns to a pouch.
Any time.
What's with the chicken leg house?
Dancer!
Right now?
That's his name. The hut is called Dancer.
I'm bone illiterate. My one regret is that I have bone illiteracy.
It was a gift from my mentor when I joined my first mega coven, but we've been buddies for longer than that. Ever since the Battle of Thazen. Dancer's been with me through it all.
The Battle of Thazen.
You know, the single most deadly battle since possibly the Gate War?
Yes, of course, I know that one. I've heard about it, rumors-wise.
When I travel, Dancer stays the size of an acorn in my pocket. Very convenient. Then I'll pop him up at some rundown apartment block or unkempt park or convenient cavern like this. Very easy. Very affordable.
Yep. Sturdy, too.
The walls shake.
Calm down, Dancer. It was a compliment. She cackles. Anyhow.
What kind of work do you do for the Freestriders?
A little bit of everything. Bodyguard gigs, readings, locating lost objects, information gathering mostly. Sometimes they pay me to stand by and look intimidating. Hags have that effect on people, apparently.
What kind of bodyguard gigs?
Oh, all kinds. Some of my early Freestrider work in Reed centered mainly on following around certain key revolutionaries. One of them was Trade Prince Frederick Moonwatch. Real dumbass. Got himself in trouble all the time. His cousin Mary is worse, though. A real clown. Especially after his books got so famous.
Oh, I met him. He was, captured by a troll below.
What? Actually, that sort of checks out. Bit weird that he's here, writing one of his travel books, I assume.
I think so, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll run into him. I'm assuming he'll stick around for the election, at least. Then I can tell him what of a dumbass he is to his face. She cackles. Anyway, here in Norvik, my jobs usually involve guarding top-ranking agents in the palace, mostly. Quite boring. There was a time of excitement when your god died. 10 or 15 years of chaos, but that's mostly calmed down these days. Even this election isn't as rowdy as those days.
Yeah, it does seem like I could have run into her pre-Marietta. This seems like a kind of old thread I'm just following up on because I'm trying to kill time until midnight so that I can go talk to Viskin, where all will be revealed.
Even this election isn't as rowdy as those days.
I wouldn't know. I was very young during those days.
Right. You're about 27, aren't you? Must have been interesting to grow up in such troublesome times.
Interesting is an interesting way to put it. She cackles. Readings?
Yes, fortune readings. In the past, the Freestriders used to be more interested in reading the room on various economic policies and deals. These days, they don't do it as much. I think they've realized magic isn't what it used to be. So these days, my fortune-telling is a side hustle. I try to stick to only that. Folks see a magic hut with chicken legs and assume that the lady inside can help with all manner of things. But I'm no psychoanalyst. I just tell them how the strings align. And I don't offer no blood bargains or esoteric solutions either.
Why not offer bargains? Sounds lucrative.
Too messy. A scorned woman comes to ask me to remove her unfaithful husband's balls. I do it because, honestly, why not? And all of a sudden I have a ballless man screaming outside my door with the Earth Guard right behind him. And in most city-states, they have rules about bargains like that. So I can't even take away something from the lady most of the time. Otherwise, it'd be fun to do some Faustian shit.
Psychoanalyst?
Yes, like a mind healer on Waterlane, the halfling. He visited a few times when I was stationed on top of the AR. Strange fellow. I like him.
So no customers down here, I assume.
Correct. It's very empty in the city below. Unless you count monsters, I had to slay a hook horror to clean out this cavern. The young hook horrors are very cute, though. Maybe I should tame one of them. Could do great for a familiar. Anyways, I'm rambling.
Have you located anything cool? Some ancient artifact?
Not really. It's mostly lost keys. Although a while back, they used to bring me on some expeditions into the city below, have me locate a bunch of old cat or snail artifacts with fancy names like Huchinitek and Ribaracha. That was never fun. But would you believe they never found a single one of those artifacts?
So you got paid for going around and telling them, nope, it's not here?
Yup.
I shall reveal that I'm a lich. Oh yeah, no, I've known for a while. Is that, like, not a secret? Or is that a secret? I've been telling, like, everyone.
And boy, did I get paid well.
He looks delightfully content. So you're a spy?
I like that.
She grins.
I like that title. Freestriders tell me not to use it for obvious reasons. But yes, I like that.
That's all about the Freestriders.
Anything else?
Point to the dancing goblin in a cage. Is that smarter?
Ah, so that's his name.
Snell leans in and squints towards the tiny creature in the almost as tiny cage.
Huh. Would you look at that? No worries, I'm not torturing him for fun. It's revenge, you see.
Oh, well then, it's okay.
It's not really even torture, it's just an induced state of dancing. It'll go away in a bit.
He looks like he's having fun.
The haggling sighs. Let me explain. Somehow he found his way down here and knocked on my door. Not so much unlike yourself. And, well,
he tried stealing stuff in an overtly brazen way.
Ah, I see the pattern is emerging here.
Less of a pattern and more like a fucking mosaic, but yeah, he's got some issues. She rolls her eyes.
By the time I told him to leave, he'd already stuffed his pants full of potions. So I tried to make sure this doesn't happen again. So to make sure this doesn't happen again, I'm teaching him a lesson.
Via forced dancing? In a cage?
You make it all sound so brutish. I'm really doing him a favor.
How do you feel about this, Snell? Might be good for him. But I suppose we should advocate for his release. I mean, if you find the energy for it. Please let him go, Lisa.
Fine.
She waves a hand towards the cage and it flings open. The moment she does, the tiny goblin is flung across the room towards the door, his body growing back to its original size, hitting the door, then the ground. There he goes.
What happened?
It's okay, Smarter. You're free now.
Your normally empathetic companion says the words with no enthusiasm.
I think you should have Suddenly the goblin screams. Pointing towards Lisa, he lets that howling shriek with a deep, primal fear in his eyes. Smarter then springs up, twists the handle, smashes the door open, and he runs away into the night.
I hope you're happy.
I did a good deed here. That makes me good and heroic. There should be a word for describing how good and heroic this action was, like good-roic, or herood. The hag stares at you. Yes, I am herood. Ignore him.
Smarter isn't one to hit the same place twice. You won't see him again, I swear. All right. I'll take your word for it, goblin.
The room goes quiet as Lisa keeps stirring in her pot.
Anyhow.
Can I have your spoon?
My spoon?
Yes.
You want this old wooden spoon?
Mm-hmm.
This old wooden spoon that I use for my brewing, the one that has no special wondrous and or magical attributes at all.
I think you're underselling it, honestly. The hag sighs.
I won't stop you, but I'd prefer to keep it.
That's all for now. I'm not going to ask to sleep with her. That's weird. Well, how's it going, Dancer? Bye, Dancer. Where is this? I'm not taking her spoon. That's weird. Oh, it's another... Who the shit ass? Askel Madsen, Underdwarf. This right here is the fourth pillar of the feudal system. A spelunking, delving, digging, roaming, true-blooded adventurer. Embedded on this altar, you see a circular stone slab. Whoever had worked this survey site in the past has attempted to place it in its natural position. It reminds you of a copper calendar, but far, far older.
It is not spitting. It has not spun in centuries. Yet, moving your hand closer, you sense it. The faintest hum of pulsing through the glyphs. It is still keeping time, even with its mechanism cracked.
The various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather sigils, it seems. Decipher the current day. No. That is no use. It is broken. Oh. Yes, this is a useless piece of technology. You feel it is worthy of such a term. You could hop down here. You glance at the step. It's a descent of approximately 50 inches. 2 meters. Yeah, whatever that means. Point is, it's not super high.
These ancient bricks, they could scuff you badly.
What kind of man, no, what kind of hero cannot step down a slightly uneven stone slab?
This guy. I broke my ankle doing that.
It would be embarrassing for anyone of any age to fail this.
Yes, I'm gonna cast grease and make it harder for myself. Why? Fuck you. I'm gonna spend an incense to do it. Your hand moves in that familiar shape, and a few special words come out of your mouth. And within an instant, the ruined step is coated in a thick layer of colorful magical grease. Your companion loses any form of respect previously found in his expression. Okay. Greased up that rock, huh? I won't question your methods, but please don't die. You see a dwarf hearing grunts as he swings a pickaxe at the ruins in the corner. There's no point in having a conversation at this distance. Time to get closer. Won't be a problem, right?
Of course not.
But did you grease it up, Bridge? Did you grease that sucker up?
Taking a confident step onto the stone, you begin your descent. You close your eyes as you do so, in order to fully immerse yourself at the experience of changing your elevation.
You are afraid. It is very steep. Yet your body remains calm.
Wait. Your left foot, it's not on the stone anymore.
That's not good.
Your right foot,
That one's gotta be on the floor, right?
I'm afraid to say that. No. Both of your feet have slipped off reality. The distant cry of a concerned goblin is far, far away from you now, as your entire being is fading into nothing on the floor of this random ruin on Tolstead.
Hold on, I'm dead?
What did you expect when you greased up the floor like that?
There's no need to fret. You've been given your due. This is it. This is your end of the stick.
This is just... No. This does not make sense. You are a servant of Earth. God damn it. You have dedicated your entire life, adult life, to serve him. This is not how you are rewarded. No.
No.
You are.
No. I refuse this end.
Not yet.
Not like this!
You still have work to do.
The world distorts around you. You were falling, then you were not.
Twisting, turning, forces beyond your might.
What did I do?
Your body is on the verge of breaking. Every moment a painful reminder of the 1,000 others who failed just like you did. But you can take it.
I'm not dead anymore?
No. 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 No.
I'm scared.
Don't worry, honey. He'll be okay. The clerics know what they're doing.
Why are you laughing? Don't do that. Your laugh sucks. Be quiet.
You follow them.
Attempt to pull the strings.
You follow them as they dance. One seems to go good, but it is far away. Yet it is moving closer. By what force? Is it him?
Take the string handed to you.
Is anything permit in a good man's kuss?
You are at the bottom of the step.
Gods, you're slow. Can we get moving now? Let's go. You greased up a step for no reason, slid on it, broke every bone in your body, died, and resurrecting yourself. A true fan of grease casting. A real greaser. I've greased it up. I'm based in grease pilled. Did I just have a fucking aneurysm? Where did we go? Why do I smell burning? We definitely died. I tripped and gained health because the hour rolled over. Okay. Okay. Why does this guy have a lobster?
One goofy looking cat.
Beside the buried statue, you see someone up on a ledge. You hear the sound of working, grunting, clanging, and so on.
This game is wild sometimes. Yeah, no shit. For real, Pegasus Bad Spider. For real.
A dwarf? Down here?
Could be a trap.
Hello up there!
Huh?
The dwarf's smoldering eyes widen as he sees you.
Look, Romulus, we got an official visiting. If that doesn't make us official, I don't know what will.
Peeking out over the ledge, you spot an orange monster creeping out. A rust monster. The dwarf appears friendly with it. How strange.
Rust monsters are known to devour metal. Keep your distance.
Is that a rust monster?
Oh, yes. Very correct, but no worries. He's very kind.
The dwarf then mumbles to himself.
When he's fed.
Ominous. What are you doing here?
Me? Oh, you know.
He lets out a smoldering laugh.
A dwarf's gotta have a hobby. Mining in ancient ruins is not a hobby. It's a profession.
He puts down his tools and strikes a pose.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Askel Madsen.
A dark dwarf. Dark dwarf, a derogatory term for underdwarfs. Or as they prefer, underdwarf.
Pleasure to meet you. You're a Norvikian cleric, I presume.
I'm a barbarian, big and scary.
I see. You're a bit small for that, aren't you? How dare he?
Don't try me. He laughs.
Be whatever you want to be. It's a free realm. Oh, and you got a goblin with you. You HWBT, friend?
Yeah, you're that dungeoneer looking for cats, right? Cats?
More or less. Hope your lady wasn't too mad about my inquiry.
I'd say annoyed is a better description, but it's fine. Just don't trespass anymore.
Will do. Or won't. But I should correct you. I'm not a dungeoneer. I'm more of a...
With a bright smile, he adjusts the collar on his uniform.
Well, I'm what you'd call a historian with ambition.
As he says it, the orange beast sends an echoing, hissing noise down the chamber.
Exactly, Romulus. We're here on an expedition of grand proportions. To find the legendary missing mine of Tulaman, or of Tulin cattle.
Tulin cattle?
Yes, Tulaman of Tulin cattle.
That sounds like a quest.
Oh, yes, indeed. A quest. Your ears perk up. But just to be clear, I'm not sharing the spoils just like that.
Fair enough. Treasure is earned. Historian with ambition is a fancy term for archaeology or grave robbing.
So here's the deal. I'm in trouble.
His pet makes a loud belching noise. Exactly, Pegasus Bat Spider. That's what I was thinking.
Right?
He mumbles and then gives the monster a pat on the back.
You want to help, friend? Help a stranger? That's how heroes are made.
Help a stranger? That's how fools are robbed. I might help if I have time.
You see, there are two strange ruins in this section of the city below the city.
He points towards the statue.
White Mane ruins before the dwarves and humans, even trolls. This place was ruled by cats. The theory goes that the snails of Tulin had an esoteric mine not far from the Pillar of Yore. The mines of Tulamon, a place of thick veins with endlessly growing amber and platinum. But the walking god of the White Mane, for whatever reason, sealed it shut at some point, according to legend. Sealed esoterically, probably since we can't seem to locate it.
How do you hide an entire mine?
You'd be surprised. The city below the city is... What is it? 4 or 5 levels of sprawling tunnels and caverns? Here under Tolstad, it's only this here in the top level that's in any way accessible. There could easily be some crevice far down below that not even the city's greatest paladins have gotten close to discovering.
So you're looking for it?
Oh, yes. I am not in this alone, of course. But my research has shown clear indications that these 2 ruins below Tolstad are more or less unexamined, at least by skilled hands. Your hands are skilled. Very skilled.
So there's ancient snail folk, but then slightly less ancient cat folk who built cat stuff on top of the snail stuff.
Exactly.
Layers upon layers, like a corpse cake.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem with this site. But I'm almost finished here, and I am unable to gain access to the second White Main Ruins, because it's inside HWBT territory, and they are very unwilling to allow a dwarf like me past. Your lovely goblin friends have hired a brutish bugbear as a guard, but you're a cleric. If you can get access into their territory, then please head south. Through the damp high caverns, there should be a White Main Ruin at the end of the shrine, probably marked by a bunch of feline symbols.
He gestures towards the giant statue.
Just look for big cats, essentially.
I've already been there.
What? Aren't you the little spelunker? That's good.
He nods.
Did you see anything?
Depends. What are you looking for?
He leans over the edge. All I need you to tell me is if you find a symbol of a sun or 2 blades. Either of those, and then report back to me if you're able and if you have time.
He sighs, a deep, frustrated sigh.
Wish I could do it myself. Darn those goblins. No offense,
he adds, giving your companion a nod. None taken. I really, really do not care. Sun or 2 blades? Yeah, I didn't see anything like that. I'll go back and see if I missed it.
Great. Since you've already made your way there, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle, I hope.
He gives you a thumbs up. What do you know about the tea shop? He crosses his arms and gives you a long nod.
The type of cafe. You know, they serve tea and other drinkables. Sometimes they even have pastries. I love cardamom treats.
I also love cardamom treats.
Oh, my friend, you are of truly good tastes. A man of culture, this dwarf.
No, the tea shop. He clicks his tongue.
Is there some special tea shop I should be aware of?
How long have you been down here?
About a week by now. Takes time to set up a perimeter.
So you don't know about the tea shop that exploded?
Exploded? I thought the election was bad enough as it is. Now they got exploding tea shops? Norvik is in trouble indeed. Oh well,
he mutters with a shrug.
Can't help you there, friend.
I've got a bunch of personal questions for you.
You do? Maybe later. I got a bunch of work to finish up here. But I'll be at the Drunk Sphinx once I'm finished. Ask me there, I'll gladly indulge you.
A tavern. Good place to extract information. Why are your eyes glowing?
Haven't met many underdwarfs, have you? Look, I don't have much time, but really, once I'm done here, I can talk all you want.
Good luck down here. All right, time to ascend. You approach the step once more.
A long step.
This time should be easier. You take the first step, and then you are at the top of the step.
Time to hoist myself back up. It's fine as long as I've done it once. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to see if I can make my way back to my slog dog vendor. Because I've got 5 rats. And he said something about the rats the last time we were there. I gotta find my boy Creed. Where was he? This was the big dragon skull, yeah. The goblins are reclaiming the Tunnel East. It's gotten real hot down there. Oh yeah, this was the snail that I freed from that tunnel. He vomited up an amethyst that I forgot to look at. A purple gemstone. It's very pretty and probably very expensive. Once this whole election business is over, you could either sell it on the black market or turn it into the tower for a reward. Neither wouldn't really net you a fortune, but maybe a fraction of a fortune? We're slogging for a slog, dog. I feel like this led to... because this is where the roper was. And I feel like Kraid was this way? Oh no, this is the tool and kettle. But I do think Kraid was this way. Yeah, this is our boy. The hulking beast looks at you with deep hunger. Your gut biome quivers. I have captured all the rats, Kraid. Hand them over to the monster one by one. Oh, that's the tomb I need to go back and check. I wanted to do the rat convo before I ran out of time. I'll try to remember to do that first thing next time. Kraid did not ask. As the beasts speak, the rats rush from your grasp. One after another. The 5 rats immediately rush to crawl all over and around the beast. Wait, that's why you were running around talking to rats? I figured you'd want them to hang out with you. The beast stares at the 5 happy rats. Kraid does not care, but it does remind Kraid. The hulking monster grabs something from behind a crate. A decapitated head, that of a massive bird-like creature. He tosses it to you. Oh, that smell. The scent is strong. That can't be good for your image. How manly. Thanks. Gravity chicken got caught. Kraid eat all. But Cleric can have a trophy. Kraid offer assistance. Gravity chicken? Now Kraid will feast with many gay rats. Make them grow big and strong. Gay. An old term for happy. Is it okay if I have a chat with your rats? Kraid has no problem with interspecies fraternization. Cleric speak if cleric wishes. You cast the spell, and then suddenly the squeaking becomes clear. 5 distinct voices, all talking at once. And if we break those chains round the workers' paradise...
And if we break those chains, the workers' paradise will be right around the corner. You fool! Giving into foreign ideology will destroy everything we have built. Can't we all just be friends? Friends? How naive. If you had just let the market decide, we wouldn't need any of this.
Oh, no.
The debate stops. 5 tiny heads snap towards you.
Oh, the human.
The red rat says flatly.
Hello!
Squeaks the white rat cheerfully.
Wonderful. Is it time to be transported to another part of the world again?
mutters the yellow rat.
Iron human, sympathizer of steel.
Observes the green rat with disdain.
At least you put us with an ally. Death comes for us all eventually,
whispers the black rat. We found them, the source of the voices in Harry Dubois' head. A bunch of rats. What are you all doing here?
We live here now.
The white rat says brightly.
Crocodile is a good teacher.
The red rat adds.
The big guy doesn't eat us, which is pragmatic.
The yellow rat seems pleased.
A temporary alliance of convenience.
The green rat sniffs.
Until the revolution! I see it in his eyes. One day we will be food as well.
You're having political debates?
Obviously.
The red rat puffs out his chest.
The future depends on us and our ability to... Please don't get him started again.
The white rat pleads.
Too late,
sighs the yellow rat.
A fascist!
The green rat begins.
Nothing but a fascist! None of it matters.
The black rat whispers.
See what you've done?
The white rat wrings his paws. What do you all think of Kraid?
The crocodile? He's terrifying.
The white rat squeaks.
A strong figure, respects tradition.
The red rat says approvingly.
He's got a solid business model. Theft, cooking, occasional violence.
The yellow rat admits.
I dig it. A tool of oppression, but at least he's honest about it.
The green rat mutters.
Death incarnate. I respect that.
The black rat nods slowly. Do you have an order in which you reply in? You seem pretty organized, all things considered. The rats look at one another, clearly confused.
The crocodile? He's terrifying.
The white rat speaks again.
I do not collaborate with traitors.
The red rat says.
It seems like you are, though, simply by engaging in this conversation.
The yellow rat says.
For once I agree. I also do not collaborate with oppressors.
The green rat says.
I say the last thing,
says the black rat, lastly. Do you all get along? The white rat laughs nervously.
We're working on it. Define get along.
The yellow rat says dryly.
We tolerate each other's presence.
The green rat clarifies.
Barely.
The red rat adds.
We are united in our inevitable doom.
The black rat offers. Not sure if you get the channel points if you don't do this. I genuinely have no idea either, honestly. I don't think you guys can vote in the election, right? None of them respond. The black rat says,
Elections are exhausting.
You're very politically engaged for rats.
Size does not determine civic duty.
The red rat bristles.
Actually, studies show smaller creatures have higher metabolic rates, leading to more passionate.
The yellow rat begins.
Are you seriously trying to justify capitalism with biology?
The green rat interrupts.
We do not pay for love, do we? We do not grind pieces of cheese and copper together for the sake of flesh against flesh. Not a bad idea, actually.
The yellow rat responds evilly.
Please don't start this again.
The white rat begs.
Prostitution is a difficult subject.
The black rat says quietly. Think about hopping into this discussion and then change your mind at the last second. Good. You really don't want to start rolling around with cheese eaters. That's how you pick up all kinds of ideologies. Was it okay that I brought you all together?
Yes, we are all very happy about that.
The white rat explains. None of the other rats look happy about that. Great. Thanks for the enlightening talk.
break the spell. You do so, and the chatter turns back into slightly less annoying squeaking. You then turn back to the hyper-dangerous Crocolusk man grilling slog dogs in the sewers. I stopped paying attention for 1 second, and the rats are talking about prostitution. Yeah, apparently that's where their debate went, and we went, yeah, okay, we're not touching that one. But yeah, that's gonna be where I think we're gonna call it for today. I needed to get the rat conversation done now that I got them all together. But we're gonna go back. It's almost time for our one-on-one chat with Viskin. We can go double check that room for the Underdwarf, and then maybe, just maybe, go into the Pillar of Yore and solve this tea shop thing for the final time. Thank you all for coming. I truly appreciate it. I hope you all are enjoying this game as well. And yeah, we'll be going again, same time, same place, tomorrow. Good rat talk. Rats off to you, everybody. Have a good Wednesday evening, everybody. Hope to see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to help support me in making more of this, you can follow me on Twitch, where I stream these live. Like, comment, and subscribe. I suspect you all know how this works by now, but it really does help a lot. Thanks.